An aquatic center and the city's first hotel. It's all coming to Northport. I'll have a live report just ahead.
Plus, new video shows students bullying a child with special needs at a Manatee County school bus, how the district is now responding.
And some tips to make your summer travels easier and more affordable. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Our top story this evening, the city of Northport may soon land its very first hotel.
And that's not all. The growing city is also getting its own water park. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live in Northport tonight to explain what city residents can expect and when. Jess?
Jacqueline, Scott, the city of Northport just keeps growing. More homes, businesses, and now a hotel and a water park to go with it. It's been long awaited in the city of Northport.
Northport needs any kind of business they can get.
Right now, in all 105 square miles of the city, you won't find a single hotel.
We have a couple of motels in the area, but we're talking about a hotel for 67,000 people. That's been growing at 4.1% a year. This is going to be our first hotel.
It's a project that's been in the works for years, but now that the Atlanta Braves are making the city home for spring training, it's that much more pressing.
They wanted to be open for when the Braves hold the last spring training game of 2019. Probably won't make it in time for that, probably soon after that.
If approved by the City Commission, a Hilton brand hotel will be built here behind the Moe's and Mattress One on US 41 in Northport.
There will be 104 rooms with meeting space, and they will have a swimming pool in there.
Speaking of swimming pool, across town, the Northport Aquatic Center will be built here next to the Morgan Family Community Center.
You have a lazy river component of it. You also have the children's area that they can have some of those amenities and the slides and things like that.
The pool would be built in place of the one at Dallas White Park. That pool, Vice Mayor Linda Yates says the community has outgrown.
It's basically a year from now that this would be anticipated to be open and ready for everybody to enjoy.
Most, if not all, commissioners seem to be on board with this hotel. They do still need to give it the stamp of approval. Now, as far as the water park is concerned, that is a go. However, one commissioner did vote against it because she was worried about whether or not financially it would be able to sustain itself. Reporting live in Northport, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Jess, thank you. A family is outraged after their special needs daughter was bullied on a Manatee County school bus while the bus attendant ignored her cries for help. The incident was captured on video during a bus ride home back in April. 5-year-old Annabelle Hunting suffers from a communications disorder. She starts crying after another student pulls her hair. Then she's hit in the face repeatedly during the 7-minute video. Annabelle's parents were alarmed to see the bus attendant seen wearing a green shirt appear to worry more about finding a lost phone than attending to their crying daughter.
It was heart-wrenching, man. You know, it's my kid. I love her to death, and you know, to see, you know, that happen to her on the bus, and with the bus aide right there, and her trying to tell the bus aide that it was happening to her at the time, and just her just ignoring it, and you know, more worried about her phone than the kid's well-being.
Manatee County School District says that bus attendant was fired immediately, but due to a communication error, it was more than a week before the girl's parents were notified. What the parents think went wrong, coming up at 6 o'clock.
A Venice attorney will spend the next decade behind bars for stealing money from his clients. According to the state attorney's office, Adam Miller was sentenced to 10 years in prison, followed by 60 years of probation. He must also pay $2 million in restitution fees. Miller was convicted in April of 5 counts of scheme to defraud charges. Miller admitted he started stealing money in 2010 by transferring money from his client's trust fund to his personal bank accounts. Miller's father was convicted of a similar crime back in 2011. He served 4 years in prison.
A Venice man is charged with possession of child porn just days after being arrested for transmission of obscene material. 33-year-old Richard Kucha was initially arrested Tuesday. After his arrest, detectives found more than 100 images of child pornography, 15 of which depicted child sexual battery. Kucha is now charged with 40 felony counts of possession of child porn.
More than 9 months after Hurricane Irma, today is the final day for free legal advice. The Federal Emergency Management Agency hotline will close later today. That number to call is 866-550-2929. Since Irma hammered Florida last September, lawyers have been volunteering their time on the hotline and making referrals. The hotline's been used for help with insurance claims, landlord-tenant or foreclosure issues, or problems with home repair contracts or contractors.
All right, the weekend has arrived and there are some showers around, but will they affect any events on the beach? Let's find out with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Not too bad right now. We're looking at most of the activity as expected inland, pushing off toward the east coast with this persistent west wind and that sea breeze really kicking in. We don't have the normal afternoon and evening thunderstorm pattern taking shape quite yet. We are in our summer pattern, but that pattern is more of a west to east flow. Typically during our afternoon storms, we get an east flow throughout most of the midday, and then that sea breeze kicks in and we see those storms work their way back toward the coast. You can see these showers approaching the coast, but not having much luck in sustaining their intensity as they make their way toward the beaches right now. We have a few showers right along I-75 up near Lake Sarasota, but the heaviest activity by far to our north in Hillsborough and now stretching along the east coast. But you can see we do have some activity near Northport, Warm Mineral Springs, and also right there by Lake Sarasota, as I mentioned. It's not all that strong right now. This activity possibility could produce a lightning strike here. This one not, though, I don't think so, but another one has just popped up into Manatee County. So we'll keep a slight chance for a few coastal showers in the mix this evening. 87 right now. It feels like 94, and sunshine near the area beaches. The barometer 30.04. We're still under this ridge of high pressure, and winds are out of the west-southwest at 9. As far as the satellite imagery goes, big storms that were around earlier again have pushed and shifted to the east coast right now. We will look for a chance for some storms over the weekend. We'll have the weekend weather forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. New at 5, Paul Manafort had posted a $10 million bond, been on home confinement, and required to wear a monitoring device before a federal judge said that he could no longer remain free before trial. ABC's Stephanie Ramos tells us about the new charges that landed him in jail today.
He stood on the stage with Donald Trump as he prepared to accept the Republican nomination. Now, Paul Manafort is behind bars. His bail was revoked after prosecutors accused him and an associate of contacting 2 witnesses trying to get them to lie about Manafort's lobbying work for Ukrainian politicians with ties to Vladimir Putin. One witness making the explosive claim Manafort was trying to, quote, suborn perjury. U.S. Marshals took Manafort into custody immediately after the judge's ruling. His wife seen leaving the courthouse alone. Manafort, are you going to visit Paul? Manafort also faces several felony charges, including tax evasion, bank fraud, money laundering conspiracy, and acting as an unregistered foreign agent. He has pled not guilty. His lawyer isn't talking.
Any comments at all?
On Twitter, President Trump seemed to defend his former campaign chairman, writing, "Wow, what a tough sentence for Paul Manafort, who has represented Ronald Reagan, Bob Dole, and many other top political people and campaigns. Didn't know Manafort was the head of the mob. What about Comey and Crooked Hillary and all of the others? Very unfair." But earlier in the day, before the judge's decision, the president appearing to distance himself from Manafort.
He worked for me, what, for 49 days or something? A very short period of time.
Despite the president's tweet, Manafort has not been sentenced yet. His first trial is scheduled for September. Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, Washington.
If you're planning to fly out of Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport this summer, you may notice it's a little busier than usual. Previously, United Airlines only offered seasonal flights, but now there are year-round flights to Chicago and Newark. The airport's chief operating officer says all those additional travelers are also spending more money on other airport services like concessions, parking, and car rentals.
This summer, it's a little different than last summer. We're lucky enough to have a new carrier that started service here in April, Allegiant Air, which is bringing in about 8,000 people a month right now.
Before you book a flight this summer, here are a few helpful tips on how to make your trip easier and more affordable. You can usually find the cheaper tickets if you fly out on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or a Saturday. And the best time to buy your tickets? Tuesdays at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Also, the earlier you book it, typically, the cheaper the flight. Coming up, Mote Marine Lab's effort to restore shellfish in Sarasota Bay.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast for this weekend. Plus, postpartum depression is common in new moms. We'll tell you how it can also affect dads.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score. It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach. Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Tomorrow will be a big day for clams in Sarasota Bay. Sarasota Bay Watch and Mote Marine Lab will release nearly 30,000 of them into the bay after recent efforts to clean up the water. ABC 7's Jackie Kelly is at Sarasota Sailing Squadron right now, where people hope Sarasota Bay can support shellfish once again. Go ahead, Jackie.
Scott, earlier I talked with someone from Sarasota Bay Watch, and they say the water quality here is better than they've seen in years. They also say with the help of scientists from Mote, they're hopeful they'll be able to bring back a viable shellfish population.
I love being outside, love being on the water, and you get a certain point in time and you say, wow, I've had a lot of really wonderful experiences, and I just like to put a little bit back so other people can have the same experiences I have.
Rusty Chinnis is the chairman emeritus of Sarasota Bay Watch and says once the Sarasota Bay became a popular place to be in the mid-1900s, the water quality started changing for the worse.
Developers started dredging canals. There was a lot of dredge and fill going on, a lot of silt, which affected the water column, clouded it up, killed the seagrasses. All these little communities had crude waste disposal systems that deposited their waste into the bay. The water quality just went downhill from all of this.
and the quality got so bad the bay almost lost all of its clams and scallops. However, with the water quality improving over the past couple years from new wastewater systems, there is hope. Sarasota Baywatch and Moat partnered up with a clam farm in Pine Island to attempt to renourish the bay. By the end of the summer, the project will have dumped more than 200,000 clams back into the bay. One local charter captain says over the years he has noticed the water quality improve, and he hopes the clam restoration will be a success.
The way the water's been looking and everything, they should take hold and hopefully start thriving.
Sarasota Baywatch says that this is the fourth of 7 clam releases this summer, and because clams can live up to 30 years at Eat Red Tide, they're hopeful that this will be successful for years to come. Reporting live in Sarasota, Jackie Kelly, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Jackie, thank you so much.
Well, I know we've talked a lot about restoring the Sarasota Bay and the efforts that many organizations are taking to make sure it continues.
Yeah. Right, absolutely. And Rusty Chinnis, great guy. I had a chance to talk to him today as well. They're going to be doing that tomorrow morning and then having a big lunch too with the FWC. Mike Soul is down, and FWC also has put out their recent Red Tide report. We're going to have that a little later for the full report for just a few minutes. Here's what's going on now with our weather, though. Nice at Lakewood Ranch, away from the water, away from the bay. They're looking at beautiful weather today, albeit a little cloudy earlier, but there's some clouds off in the distance. You can see from the Titan radar picture, we had quite a bit of activity around. Most of that has since moved on. Some defluence, that means air kind of racing through the upper levels of the atmosphere, allowing some lift to occur out there in the Gulf of Mexico. Not too concerning right now for our weekend plans for boaters going offshore trying to catch those big reds. I talked to a gentleman today about that, and he's heading out there. Seas will be generally less than 2 feet. Even well offshore, so things are looking good there, but you have to look out for these isolated showers that may be popping up like we're seeing today. Look at all this lightning occurring along the East Coast. Now, this is reverse of what we normally see during the summer. Although the rainy pattern has started, it's one of those shifts. We get this occasionally throughout the summer where we see more of a westerly component due to the replacement of the high-pressure ridge, which is typically off the southeast coast of the United States, which brings us that easterly wind flow and causes these storms to move more toward the coast and in the afternoon and evening. But a different story today. Showers and storms are starting to break out, some outflow boundaries from those earlier storms, creating another line of showers, but most of that is inland. You'll notice these showers approaching the coast and kind of falling apart. This one in particular, not much left of it at all as it heads off to the east. The heavy rainfall has been inland too, near Arcadia. They saw over an inch of rainfall there in southern sections of Arcadia and East Manatee County, over an inch of rainfall. This is kind of interesting to note. This is the tropical satellite enhanced satellite imagery. Now, yesterday, the Hurricane Center was watching this area right here for the potential for development. It was the one that kind of traversed across the Yucatan Peninsula. But looking at the satellite imagery this afternoon, I said, you know, something looks like a little bit more concerning right here in the western portion of the Caribbean. And sure enough, the Hurricane Center has kind of shifted everything now back toward the Yucatan Peninsula. As far as the GOES 16 satellite imagery is concerned, still a little bit of a frontal boundary to the north of us. There's that bright white tops indicating those colder cloud tops heading off to the east. That's why the lightning is being generated there. Not much out there in the Gulf. As I mentioned, some cloudiness from that system down to our south right now. Futurecast is showing a few showers are possible near the coast. Most areas should stay dry, though, as we move through this evening. If you have any evening plans, it doesn't appear there's going to be too much of a problem. We'll start off Saturday, really nice, some sunshine. It will be warm, though. Lows will be into the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. And then showers and storms developing in the afternoon along that sea breeze front. Most of that, again, near I-75 and east, and then quickly comes to an end. Sunday morning starts off good. Father's Day. Not bad, looking pretty good. Afternoon showers and storms are possible. A little bit better chance to see maybe a few of those storms head closer to the coast now. As far as Bud is concerned, it continues to bring a lot of rainfall now into Arizona and into New Mexico. And as I said, we'll have to keep an eye on this. It looks like it's going to be heading off to the west-northwest toward Texas and Louisiana. For boaters tomorrow, I mentioned really quiet out there. Smooth conditions on the bays and inland water. Seas running less than 2 feet. And it looks as though that'll continue on Sunday. Well, 50% chance for scattered, mainly afternoon storms. It's not going to ruin your plans for Sunday. Just in the afternoon and evening could cause some disruptive events to be disruptive. And then Monday, 40% chance for showers, and then 20 to 30, a little drier air settles in as we move through Tuesday through Friday. We'll have much more coming up on the Red Tide and show you where that tropical system may be heading coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. We have some breaking news into our newsroom out of Georgia. There are reports of several people shot in a grocery store parking lot there. This is a live look at the scene from our ABC station in Atlanta, WSB. While investigators confirm the shootings, we don't yet know the extent of the injuries or how many people were involved. The chopper video here shows a Kroger parking lot blocked off by crime scene tape. We've also seen a gun lying in the road near an empty parking space. We will continue to monitor this situation for any new updates and bring them to you as soon as possible. Now to First Alert traffic here on the Suncoast. The northbound lanes of 301 in Bradenton slow going right now. State Road 70 also looking backed up as you head west right near the intersection with US 301.
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, welcoming a new baby into the world can be an exciting time. However, if you don't immediately feel an emotional connection to your baby, you're not alone. Postpartum depression is common in new moms, but Kim Hutcherson shows us how it can also affect dads.
Bonding with your newborn is one of the most important parts of parenting, but postpartum depression can make bonding a hurdle for many moms and dads.
1 out of every 4 dads experiences some form of postpartum depression.
Physical side effects include insomnia, loss of appetite, and increased irritability. But postpartum depression can also delay bonding, making it hard for new parents to form an emotional connection with their newborn.
Mothers sense bonding very early in their pregnancy, whereas new fathers experience it typically at birth and sometimes even beyond birth, up to weeks and sometimes even months after the birth of their newborn.
So what steps can new dads take to try to avoid the condition? Jump into parenting head first. Spend time with your new baby, and once breastfeeding is established, give mom a break.
Parenting is a team sport, and so it's really important that we offer opportunities for both moms and dads to parent and to bond with their newborns.
For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Coming up, a pipeline explosion sends flames shooting more than 75 feet into the air, plus the new multi-billion-dollar futuristic transportation service to be built by Elon Musk's company. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Lease a new Subaru Impreza today for just $155 a month. Or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Emergency crews are fighting a pipeline fire in Kansas. An explosion took place at a gas pipeline this morning in Harvey County. That's north of Wichita. Dispatchers said flames could be seen shooting 75 to 100 feet in the air. So far, there are no reports of any injuries. No evacuation orders have been issued. Natural gas in that pipeline will be allowed to burn off, and then crews will shut it all down. Chicago has picked Elon Musk's Boring Company to build a futuristic transportation link to one of the city's airports. The system will be called the Chicago Express Loop. It's only now in the planning stages, but the vision entails battery-powered vehicles that carry passengers through tunnels at up to 150 miles an hour. The Boring Company says it will only take 12 minutes to get to downtown Chicago from O'Hare International Airport. It's unclear how long it will take for Musk's system to be built or how much it would cost, but the Boring Company says the project will be, quote, 100% privately funded.
Wow. Well, a deer was caught on camera wandering around a Washington, D.C. area train station. Take a look. It all happened Tuesday morning at the Crystal City Metro station. Amazingly, the deer managed to cross the tracks without touching the electrified third rail. No one was injured, and operators slowed the trains while the deer was in the tunnel. A Metro spokesperson says the animal eventually made its way out. Still to come on your Suncoast News, a new app that increases communication between law enforcement and members of the community. Plus, a breathing protection device for firefighters who work outside of burning buildings. How it can protect them from harmful gases.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to CaliforniaClosets.com.
Get to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota for big savings during the Chrysler Pacifica Incredible Sales Event. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $23,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota today.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
The ABC7 First Alert weather app just got even better. It's easy to use once you download it. First, tell the app to follow you, so you get alerts pinpointed to exactly where you are. Then customize your settings with all the places you go, from the beach to grandmother's house. Get accurate alerts for everyone you care about. You can even pick which weather alerts and categories you want and what they sound like. More ways to customize and more ways to keep your family safe. Download the ABC7 First Alert weather app today.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.